The Bright Horizons Café was this idea that Ian Darler, the head groundsman, and the foundation have kind of come up with just to support the community. So it's just going to be a safe space for people to come, have a cup of tea, cup of coffee, maybe a biscuit or two, and just chat, relax.
In 2013, I had a serious accident. It took me to places I would never want to go again. I ended up being diagnosed with PTSD. I ended up having to have several lots of surgery. I ended up getting an infection in hospital to the point of when I was at my worst, I contemplated taking my own life. Moving on from that, it took me 6 years to overcome it, going through all the reliving with the PTSD, and I could talk for hours about it, and do sometimes.
Ian has been a real trailblazer in terms of, that what he's done here today. There's so many people that have turned up. For us as a charity at CPSL Mind, he's fundraised so much for us. So I think all it takes is someone with a passion to make a difference.
Ian has been such a support to me. I had a bad accident nearly 3 years ago, and I broke my pelvis. And there's been a lot of complications since, and it's really taken a toll on my mental health. I listened to our club podcast, and Ian was on it. It was a mental health special. He related to the pain side of things through his own experience after his accident. Ian's just been a massive support to me, and I know that I can reach out. I probably overshare with him. I'll write him, and it's through emails. He's always come back with understanding and possible practical solutions if he can, and he's just brilliant.
I think football is it's the perfect place to be able to support people, because you're capturing a group of people that perhaps wouldn't go to their local Good Mood cafe, or they wouldn't reach out to mental health services.
Because of a shared passion for Cambridge United, it's going to bring people here, and I think those conversations that maybe start with the team's brilliant performance or the team's not so great performance can then turn into more deep conversations around challenges that people may be having. And I've spoke about my challenges as a young player before, and I think them challenges came from me not having the emotional intelligence to understand how I was feeling. But back then, if I spoke about problems that I was feeling low, it showed weakness in me. And I was playing for one of the biggest football clubs in the world, but then feeling extremely low about it and then feeling sad because of the way that people were talking about me. And I think it is the understanding of self, which is the most important thing without a shadow of a doubt. Because when I knew myself as a footballer, but not as a human being, and that's where my challenges came from as a young man playing the game.
I think the one thing, when I had my accident, I hid the way I was feeling and what I was going through for 18 months. And the way I hid the way I was feeling with the mental health issue was to laugh, joke and whatever. And when I did buck up courage at the football club here to ask for help, there was nothing. It actually put me lower than where I was to start with. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to have a bad day, but it's not okay to have repetitive bad days.
To come and share a cuppa and have a conversation, even just about the football, and then it might lead to something else, because the icebreaker is the football club. Because I think one of the biggest barriers for people, and especially men, because that's a massive stigma still, is talking about their mental health, but they'll talk about football, and then that could lead on to something else.
I think the power of football is immense. They don't necessarily need to enjoy football or like football, but it's that kind of overarching sense of community.
The second Wednesday of each month now, the cafe will be open. We're also going to have professionals on site as well that can assist. If we help one more person, then it's been worthwhile.